Woe to you, O earth and sea.
It's the Hop Nation
USA Podcast.
Welcome to episode 204 of the Hop Nation USA podcast. I am glad you are here with us. I am Adam. With us is Steve.
Hello.
Guess who's back?
Back again.
Casey's back.
Tell a friend.
Please tell a friend. That's how we grow the show.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Yes.
Yes.
Katie and Kelsey, welcome back to the
Can you tell
show.
we went to high school in the 2000s? We're quoting Eminem.
Ingrained in my brain forever.
I'm just glad that I was not the only one that was already 3 steps ahead on that
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
I'm just glad they did it together. That's very good.
That's not
They-
the first time either.
They are Casey.
I like synchronicity.
I can't probably spell synchronicity.
It's fine. Just look up at the police.
Just look up what?
The
Just-
police.
Yeah, the police. That's their album.
Oh.
Yes. See, I went even older.
Is there a man in a suitcase on that one?
I don't know.
That might be a man in a box.
Nope. That's
No,
Alice in Chains.
That's Alice
Aw.
in Chains. Man in a suitcase is the police.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. That one stung too much.
Okay.
Moving along, this is a classic episode where we get to go back and talk about a specific style of beer. It has been way too long since we have done that. And not only that, it's been way too long since we've had 4 people sitting around a table and looking at each other and drinking the same beer at the same time.
Weren't there 4 of you last week?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Those were guests. Those were guests. They were great.
He means his table.
My
His
table.
table.
My
Okay,
table.
okay.
Okay,
Yes.
fine. Okay.
I was like, wait a second.
Oh, also one of you wasn't drinking.
What?
Huh?
Last week wasn't somebody gluten-free? They weren't drinking the beer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Lisa is gluten-free.
Yeah.
Yes.
If you go back to episode 203, that was with Lincoln Avenue Brewery. And
I'm
yes.
going there Friday.
Ooh,
Oh.
fun.
Nice.
That is not one of the pre-approved sandwich days.
I'm not eating sandwiches.
Tuesdays is Reuben's.
I don't like
Wednesdays
Reuben's.
is hamburgers.
And Thursdays is
It's
tacos.
Tacos, which is Mexican sandwiches.
Oh, okay. So
It's true.
we're dying on that hill then.
Yup.
Sure.
We're back to that. Okay.
Absolutely.
Just checking.
Yes.
Yes, forever and always.
Noted. I'm gonna write it down.
Anyways, this is our Kölsch episode.
I doubt you can get this beer at a bodega.
Yay.
Yes, I
Probably
doubt
not.
it as well. But yes, we have Kölsches this episode. We're going back to the absolute classics. This is a very old style, old world beer. I am here for it. None of that IPA stuff. None of those sours. None of that stuff. Straight down the middle Kölsch. Let's make it happen.
Definitely drink IPAs in your absence.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I know. Oh, I heard.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Crushed them.
And I got some chats to have with you people afterwards.
What do I do?
Oh, yeah, what'd I do?
You complimented my haircut, and I appreciated it.
I mean, it does look nice.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Timing was weird, but okay.
Yeah, I know. That's all right.
Okay.
So, Steve, what is the first beer we're going to try on this Kölsch episode, this Kölsch-episode?
Yes, so this episode we're going to try 3 different levels of Kölsches. We're going to try an actual Kölsch. We're going to try a Kölsch style from America, and then we're going to try something that's a little out of the bounds of regular Kölsch. For those who may or may not remember, we've done an episode in the past explaining exactly what a Kölsch is, but specifically, Kölsch is a style of beer brewed only in Cologne, Germany.
That place is awesome.
I want to go.
Go there.
I heard it smells nice.
Wow.
No, actually, it doesn't.
But much like the tequila of Mexico and the champagne of France, if it's made outside of those areas, then it actually isn't considered what it says it is. It has to be Kölsch style. It has to be sparkling bubble water. It has to be mezcal. But no, this beer is directly from Cologne, Germany, and it is the Reissdorf Kölsch, and it comes from the private Brewing. Fucking that up all over the place. I don't speak the German, but yeah, the private brewery Heinrich Reissdorf.
I'm not even going to try.
4.8 ABV, 21 on the IBUs, and it is brewed in adherence with Reinheitsgebot.
As one would expect.
Yes. It says that on the label. So, yeah, you have to expect it. Here for us to drink, to try an actual Kölsch.
Let's make it happen.
Let's do it.
So, looking at this Kölsch, it's completely transparent. You can see through to the other side.
It's Kölsch.
Very,
What a fun thing.
very
It
clear.
is. That is one of the most clear beers we have had on the show
I can see my fingerprints.
in a very long time. I like it.
Yeah,
I dig it.
definitely filtered. Definitely not from America.
Definitely not from America.
Is it filtered or is it just really well crafted?
Sure, both.
Yes.
Yes.
Sure, both.
Smells like beer.
It smells like beer.
Yeah.
Beer scented beer.
A little sweet on the nose, but
A little sweet.
Well, sweet.
not like caramelly, just something, I don't know, sugary.
But a sweet coming down to Bannister.
What just happened?
I don't know.
Diet Dr. Pepper. Are you not familiar with the ad campaign with Little Sweet?
I thought you said bittersweet, not
No,
little sweet.
Little Sweet.
A, I don't know who or what that is. B, I don't know the last time I saw a commercial.
Oh, I'm getting flexed on.
That's what you get for sitting around a table with a bunch of cord cutters.
Oh, no. I mean, I have Hulu and it still
I
has
haven't seen the
ads.
cord yet.
It's just like very good at dissociating at that exact moment.
Understood. Well, get on the YouTube. Check out some Diet Dr. Pepper commercials featuring Little
No.
Sweet.
Nope.
And
No.
you'll get caught up.
No. I'm real into my avoid the Noid shit right now. I'm just glad it came back. That one I've seen.
Classic.
Classic.
And speaking of classics, this beer is really good.
Actually,
For,
it's
for
really
what
good.
it's supposed to be and in general.
It's crisp.
It is crisp.
It's not as supposed to be. This is the standard. This is
Yeah.
what others should be measured against. We're just used to piss water.
Yeah.
It's true.
This is what others are supposed to be.
Yes.
And it is.
I can drink Kölsch in Germany all day, every day, and I here, no,
Nope.
no, thank you.
Just out of curiosity, where did you obtain this?
Good question.
Oh.
I can tell you can actually get it at House of Brews, but that's not where I bought it.
JR's.
Okay.
Not JR's either. I
Vintage?
believe this vintage. Yeah, I believe this was a vintage.
I mean, we're only gonna have one more option after that, and I don't think you got it at Creekside. So.
I don't know. I might surprise you. Maybe I found it like West Virginia or something. Who knows?
I feel like that would have been noteworthy in and of itself.
Well, yeah, I probably would have
Yeah.
remembered.
I'm like, guys, I found a new West Virginia spot.
Yeah,
I found a West Virginia spot and they do imports. Horde.
that'd be the day.
I'm sure it exists.
They don't do beer very well.
Mm.
They got vaccinations down like a
Yeah, they
champ, but
did.
they
Yeah,
don't
they
do
did.
beer well.
They got vaccinations like a motherfucker. They also got that fat bulldog, and they're like, "Come on, do it for baby dog."
What?
What?
You didn't see that video?
The hell are you talking about?
The governor got on the airwaves. I don't, whatever you want to call it. Definitely, he was a video on Twitter,
Okay.
but he has a fat ass bulldog, and he was on there encouraging people. And I believe they're holding some sort of lottery similar to the way Ohio
All right.
had a lottery to, if you got vaccinated, you could possibly win $1 million or some shit.
Yeah, I definitely got vaccinated too soon.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's a real bummer. But
Goddamn being alive.
it tricked us. Well,
Trickery.
it's also still Pennsylvania has done nothing for us. They just expect us to do it. They're not incentivizing us.
No. But to be fair, over 70%
fair.
of available participants have gotten at least one shot in Pennsylvania. So
Yeah.
they haven't
Yeah.
really needed to.
And that's why they're not going to. We're not going
That
to get
actually
that.
is the incentive. If all of Pennsylvania, if we hit 70%, the governor's just masks gone,
Mhm.
period.
You can go back to fucking about. But yeah, back to, he has a fat ass bulldog.
Bulldog.
Yeah, the governor of West Virginia has a fat ass bulldog, and it's named Baby Dog.
This
And he-
actually makes me really happy.
I
That's
love
a
this
terrible fucking name,
so
but I love
much.
it.
Yeah, it's terrible. But then he's just holding it, and he's like, "Come on, everybody, we need you to get out there, get vaccinated, and get out there, do it for Baby Dog." And then they zoom in close on the dog's face, and it's all just,
Wow.
That's awesome.
I need to look this video up later just to see that dog.
yeah.
I'm a huge proponent for
a good
animals having people names, but baby dog is it's pretty good. I mean, I got a cat named Phil, so
Our friends named their dog Gary.
perfect.
Yes. That's awesome.
Gary.
Gary's adorable.
And if Gary could enjoy beer, he'd probably really enjoy this beer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But dogs don't like beer because they're not supposed to have beer.
Not supposed
Oh,
to.
they like beer.
They're not supposed to.
Not supposed to have it.
Oh.
That's why, was it Budweiser came out with the dog beer?
Yeah, but it wasn't even like beer.
No,
There's
It
a
was
lot
just
of
like,
them now.
Yeah, it was just like food. It was like chicken broth in a can. But yeah, that's fine too. if you want to spend that much on chicken broth for
We
your
covered
dog.
that.
Yeah, we
I
did.
do believe we did. Yes.
We definitely did.
Yes. Speaking of other things we'll cover, this week we've got other news, notes, and neat to cover.
A little bit.
So we don't have to
boy.
talk about old dog beers from Bush and AB and Bev.
Yeah. Okay. You're welcome.
Yeah.
I forgot Bush existed until just now.
Okay. Well, there's still out there.
It's a thing.
There's a few things I forget exist.
Yeah. Well,
The Rams. I always forget the Rams exist.
do you know what city they're in currently?
I think Los Angeles.
Yes, they
Correct.
Okay.
All right.
But yeah, we got news, actual beer news.
are. Yeah.
Yes.
Let's do it.
Full Pint's back, everybody.
Woo!
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
official news now.
Yes, that's official news, and it's officially true. And just like over last weekend, over Memorial Day weekend, they started selling their beers.
Mm.
It was almost like they threw some teasers out there, like, "Hey, we might have something by Labor Day," and all of a sudden, "Oh, I got a bunch of beer for you now."
Yeah.
Yeah. I knew they were coming. I
So-
did not know the time frame.
Yeah, nobody knew the time frame. A few people knew the time frame, but it wasn't us.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
No,
Our friend Bobby Nacho, though, he's been brewing with Full Pint.
Is that where he went?
That's where Bobby Nacho went.
He
Bobby,
was real like cryptic about it.
yeah,
That makes sense now. Good
Yeah.
for him.
yeah. Bobby Nacho, constant transient brewer.
Yeah.
We first met him as a home brewer, and then he went to 412 for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Left before that whole changeover happened, and he would been working at Couch for a minute. Then 412 sold to the new owners, but yeah, he had also recently left Couch to help revitalize the Full Pint brand.
That's awesome. Good for him.
Agreed. We wish him the best in his endeavors.
Yes,
We'll know he will do well.
of course he will. But if you want to help wish Bobby Nacho the best, you can head up to Warrendale, where the new location is, and you can get one of the three or all three of the new offerings they have from Full Pint.
So the new location in Warrendale, is that a tap house as well, or is that just sort of a distribution point?
I think it's a distribution. I'm not very clear of what's going on.
I wasn't very clear either.
It seemed like you can go in and buy, but it wasn't very much like here, come in and sit down, have a pint with us.
You can come in and then get right back out.
Yeah.
Somebody
Alright.
tell me where Warrendale is.
Wexford.
It's
Oh.
north of Wexford, south of Cranberry.
Yeah.
Okay.
They are bringing back two of the OG classic Full Pint flavors that people loved.
Yeah.
They have the White Lightning,
Yes.
Yes.
White Belgian, and they are also bringing back the Chinooki IPA.
Yay. I was hoping you were going to say that. I'm going to buy one for Adam.
And do what with it?
Make it drink.
Watch you drink it.
You know what? I to celebrate Full Pint coming back, I will drink it.
Yay.
All right.
I will drink one of them.
This is new Chinooki. You have to try to see if you like it or
Yeah.
not.
Yeah. Because you could.
This is true. I am willing to accept, a new Chinooki at least once.
It's 7 years from now. He's
Yeah,
going to
see?
love IPAs.
Remember people
All
saying
needs-
that 7 years ago.
All new cells and all new taste buds and everything. Every 7 years, you're going to love them.
Oh, no, thank you.
You have a brand
Wait
new
for it.
tongue.
A brand new tongue.
Yeah.
Give it 7 years.
They have another offering which appears to be a brand new recipe, which is a hazy IPA called Clearly Cloudy.
How is cloudy spelled?
Not cloudy like
It's not Pittsburghese?
not Yinzard.
Oh, okay.
No AW.
No
Cloudy.
AH, no AW.
Okay. I'll save that for sweeps.
Missed opportunity.
I believe somebody else produces a cloudy beer, and I believe it's East End.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Oh, well, all right. Well, I smell collaboration.
that's why they can't use it. Can't steal from East End like that.
East End's too nice. Don't
Yes.
do that to East End.
That's
They're
right.
good people.
Mhm.
Yes. But brand new Full Pints out selling, and Two Frays is also selling.
Yes, they are. Actually, had an opportunity to go down there last week, pick up some beverages. Very nice space down there in Garfield. They do not have on-site sales and consumption right now. It's just on-site sales, and then get the fudge back out, but in a very nice way. But word on the street is by the end of June, they will have on-site consumption ready to go.
That's going to be a nice little crawl from Two Frays to Trace.
Mm-hmm. Then take a quick Uber down to Lawrenceville,
Mhm.
and then get turned.
Turn at Centerlands.
Centerlands, 11th hour,
Yeah.
roundabout.
Yeah.
Hot farm.
Let's do this.
Yeah, let's do this.
Currently, Two Frays is offering an egg for you to politely put in your shoe and beat it.
But they do have a very nice space. They have a nice little beer garden right next door as well, which I think would be great to just sit there and just watch the traffic and the world go by. So I look forward to going there and having a couple of beers and forgetting about the world for a bit.
Do you know if it's going to be bring your own food, or are they going to have food and snack options?
I don't know.
Because like
don't know.
spork pits down that way.
Yeah.
Mhm.
If I had to guess, I don't believe they have a kitchen.
Okay. So BYOF.
Yeah, I think it might be BYOF for
All
now.
right. Well,
I could be wrong.
Katie, can you move your phone?
Yeah.
Could also be mine.
It's not mine. Mine's on silent.
Oh, okay. No, we're picking up
doesn't matter if
interference
it's on-
from.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if it's on silent.
Oh.
It's just
Gotcha.
Okay.
just the actual EMF running through it because mine's on silent and that.
Run silent, run
I
deep.
think it was mine that was actually doing it.
Oh.
but-
I was gonna say my phone's always right there.
yeah.
So yes, I look forward to going there and having a beer on site, getting to know them.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Yeah.
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 And maybe we'll get to know them a little better in the episode. Ooh.
Ooh.
Teasy
Hints.
weasy.
Hints. Yes.
Nudge, nudge.
Yes.
Wink, wink.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Know
Stay
what I mean? Know what I
tuned.
mean? Say no more.
I think you do.
All right. Would anybody like to hear some poop news?
I do.
Poop news?
Poop news.
Bad news or news about poop?
News about poop.
Give me that doo-doo dirt.
Yeah, all right.
So there is a new study. It was found on studyfinds.org by the Necker-Basque Institute for Agricultural Research and Development in Spain. And they have been trying to find organic and natural ways to reduce parasitic losses on crops. And they came across a very interesting combination of materials that they can use to reduce crop loss. They found out that if you combine manure with either spent grains or rapeseed cake, that it will actually provide a very high nitrogen content for the soil. And what that will do is that will help break down the organic material, and it will kill off nematodes, which nematodes are parasites that will destroy the root ball of your crop and basically destroy the plant. So they found that if you use just a regular fertilizer or a chemical fertilizer, that it does not work nearly as well as spent grains and poop mixed together.
Fascinating.
Yes. So that's the straight
Who thinks
poop.
of this stuff?
Board scientists.
Oh my goodness.
People who have time to just try shit and they go,
Pun intended.
yeah.
Literally.
What if we put this and this together? Oh, that didn't work.
I mean, that would be a total Penn State thing.
Yeah.
That would be
Yeah.
that would be news I would expect coming out of Happy Valley.
Sure. Yeah. But this is all things that, like, you hear about the things that work, but you got to think of all the things that don't work. All
Mhm.
the times they tried, well, what about coconut shells? Okay, coconut shells don't work.
Right.
What about?
They just got a big giant whiteboard full of things crossed off.
Yeah.
Eventually they got to spent grains and poop,
Right. And they go,
and it was a winner.
oh, thank God. We didn't waste
th-
all this money.
Do you think that poop was their constant then?
Poop was definitely the constant.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, obviously manure is a very good fertilizer
Yes.
for all crops,
Yeah.
and you got to do something with it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
you know,
They probably didn't want to investigate which poops works best.
correct.
So, yeah. So it was probably just regular cow poop, and they decided we'll keep that as our constant.
Yeah.
Not the extra fancy cow poop.
Right.
Right. None
Or
of
the
that
horse
Kobe
poop.
beef poop.
Yeah.
Nah, no.
No horse poops. No pig poops.
Just cow poop.
Definitely
cow
not
poops.
pig poops.
Yeah, no.
Ugh.
Oh.
Pig are gross.
So gross.
But yes, so if you are a home brewer and you have a bunch of spent grains and you're looking to find a way to get rid of your nematodes, mix it with some poop. Cow poop, we assume. Not your own.
Manure.
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 General.
Mix it with some manure. Get rid of your nematodes.
Fresh manure.
Mm-hmm.
And also, it's just good. Like, high nitrogen is good for the soil to begin with.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
If you're like composting, you could just put it all together.
That's true.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can do that too.
So it's not just for feeding animals. It's for helping plants.
You can feed the animals the spent grains and then they'll poop, but then you mix their poop with other spent grains.
Wow.
And
Damn.
it goes round and round.
Yeah.
It's a
Crazy.
circle of
There it
life.
is.
You're
Crazy.
I
welcome.
was waiting for
You're
it.
welcome.
I was waiting. It's like, I'm not going to steal this moment from him.
Thank you. I was
No.
ramping up to that.
I knew it was
Yeah.
coming.
Thanks, everybody.
You're welcome.
Welcome, Adam.
So there you go. That's all I got to know. If you want to find out more, go to the Frontiers in Sustainable Food Systems Journal. They got more information there. I wasn't going to get too deep into weeds on that one because there's really no need to. I'm just happy that we have found another use for spent grains and manure, killing them nematodes.
Cycle and reuse.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't Lincoln Ave using them for like cakes and stuff?
Lincoln Ave is using them for waffles. They're selling them for chicken feed. They're
Yeah, I would just rather have waffles and cakes and cookies than poop.
You can do that. Well, you eventually will have poop from that too.
Yes, I mean,
Right.
Your poop.
I'm not gonna like use that for anything though.
Well, you're
I
not.
don't know you.
You're not a soybean
Please
plant.
Rest assured.
Maybe
I
you.
could identify as a soybean plant. You don't know.
This is true.
Maybe
this
she's
is
got a
true.
mushroom farm. I don't know what she's doing.
Listen, we'd all be giggling our fucking heads off right now if I had a mushroom farm.
Welcome to Microdose USA.
So yes, that's my poop news.
Cool.
Does anybody else have anything?
I got poop news.
All right.
Oh,
What's
for
your poop
Pete's
news?
sake.
New Balance and Miller Lite have come out with a shoe koozie.
Man.
No.
Yes.
What?
Oh,
Is it
yeah.
the dad shoes of the 623?
It's the dad shoe.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you know the style number of the dad shoe?
Girl. I just do.
Okay. Job hazard.
Job hazard, yeah. I can tell
Product
you.
code.
It's the Nike Air Monarch and the New Balance 623, the dad shoes.
Wow.
Should be
I
sold.
believe there's a Fila one too.
Oh, I'm
Is
sure.
there? Do they still
Yeah.
make feelers?
Yeah.
Yes.
Sure,
Oh.
yeah.
They got
Oh,
some
yeah.
fat sold Filas
Yeah.
out there right
Damn.
now.
Filas are for the Slavs.
All right then.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Fila and Adidas.
Man.
Aren't
what a
those
Slav.
both Italian brands?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that's what us Slavs love.
Uh,
Don't ask me.
I always-
Adidas is German, I think.
Is it?
Adidas and Puma
Okay.
are both German because they were actually started
They were the
by
same,
brothers.
yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
There
but
you
yeah,
go.
Adidas and Fila are definitely Slav brands.
I have a sick amount of Adidas gear.
See, I always thought that
I
Fila
love
went the way of
Adidas.
LA Gear. Or it just sort of went away in the
No.
90s.
Well, no, it's back. Everything's back.
Were those
Now
the
it's
original
back.
ones that
Champion's
lit
back.
up?
Champion never left.
Which one's lit up?
BK Knights?
Is that what it was?
I don't know. No, I think LA Gear did. I
I think that was the original
Yeah.
light up.
think
That
LA
sounds right.
Gears did light up.
Yeah.
That sounds right.
Which one had the tongue you pumped up?
No, that was the Reebok.
That was the Reebok.
Reebok pumps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some
Pump it
fucking
up.
19-year-olds listening to this shit. Like, what?
That's right. We inflated our shoes as we wore them.
Uphill both ways in the
Lord,
snow.
I don't know why. Why did we
Fashion.
do that?
Fashion.
Fashion. Fashion.
That way my high tops didn't fall off on the way between classes.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
I can
We're
see,
a part of high
I can see
fashion.
that.
Wait.
I can see that.
between that
Me
and all the-
rocking my high tops?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what though, with that and the baggy clothes, we were comfy.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
We had that going on.
Yeah.
Oversized starter jackets.
Yes. We were we were a
Yes.
very comfortable generation.
Yeah. We don't fuck around.
And Jinko's where you could steal a keyboard without
did
a
that.
problem or a skateboard
That shit's
or
coming back. I definitely bought a pair of really baggy jeans. Like, didn't know they were gonna be that baggy, but they were, and I was like,
Yeah. Well, it's the TikTok generation getting on all of the millennials being
Mhm.
like, skinny jeans are out. Side parts are out.
I think that's
It's-
all to stop trying to steal our stays.
Yeah. It's all about middle parts and wide leg baggy jeans.
yeah, these little shits don't know nothing about that latchkey life. Okay, go away, kids. Go away.
if puka shell necklaces come back, I'm out.
I'm unsupervised.
I think there's areas where they never left.
Yeah, there are definitely
Yeah.
areas
There's
where
definitely parts of California and Florida where that, in South
Yeah,
Carolina, where
it's
that was just
still
like
in.
you just did it.
I thought anything coastal. Just from,
Yeah,
Yeah.
a
from
little
North
shark
Carolina.
tooth in the middle.
Oh,
Yeah.
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 Oh.
That seems more Hawaiian, but pretty much anything from North Carolina all the way around back to California.
Mhm.
Yeah.
If you're touching the ocean, you had puka shells.
Yeah.
Sorry, New Mexico, you're out.
Yeah,
Not for them. They're into turquoise. Let
It's
them
true.
be.
that's a
They
thing.
got their own thing.
Yeah, they got their own thing going.
Good for them.
Let them
Yeah.
have their turquoise. Don't bother them.
All right. So back to this beer shoe koozie.
Yeah, it looks like they just cut off the heel of one 623 and glued it to the heel of another 623, and then you put your Miller Lite in it.
This makes me sad.
Where can one pick up such an item?
Don't know, don't care.
Okay. Because Father's Day is right around the corner.
That's why they released it.
My dad would get mad at me if I bought him that.
You can look it up and buy it on your own accord. I could not give less of a fart.
Okay. All right.
I'm just telling you, it's out there.
Less of a fart.
a fartlet.
There's
Yeah.
a turn of phrase.
It's called. I'm not going to squeeze for it.
Not gonna squeeze.
The
for it?
shoozy.
The shoes.
Yeah.
The shoozy.
I'm sorry. It's from a 624, not a 623.
Oh.
I wouldn't know better. I wear Nikes and Converse and Ralph Lauren.
Theshoozy.com, in case y'all were wondering.
Ew.
Releases in 18 days, 14 hours, 5 minutes, and a countdown on the seconds.
What? It released. So it.
Not fucking with you.
So what? It releases on. Is that on Father's Day?
I
Day
suppose so.
before.
Day before.
Oh, what the hell?
As of recording.
Oh, it's a
if you want to do the
sweepstakes.
math.
Wait, it's a
Wait.
sweepstakes.
The sweepstakes?
Oh.
Yeah.
To win a shoozy.
What a
It
prize!
starts at
Sucks.
Or-
It starts on
I'd be
Father's
mad.
Day. On
Might hit my
Father's Day
kid.
at 9 a.m. and runs for 12 hours.
Oh, good gravy.
The shoozy giveaway.
Or you
I re-
just invest in a pair.
What I really respect is they're not charging people money for this thing.
People would pay.
Probably, yeah.
People would pay.
They got to see what engagement is on this before they do a run beyond the initial one.
Wow.
I hate that you're right.
I hope Kanye makes a shoozy.
Would that be a sheezy?
Could be a sheezy. Could be a usy.
I'd like off the
How about a
planet,
beezy?
please.
Huh?
A beezy?
A beezy.
Could be a beezy. Could be a beezy usy.
All right.
Oh.
I'm,
How about a Kölsch?
No,
Oh.
not Kölsch.
that was pretty good, actually.
5-minute abs? No. It's 6-minute abs.
Oh my. Do we have any other news, notes, and/or needs
No.
to chat about?
No. I didn't bring anything this week.
Okay. Don't worry, we're still friends.
I
Yeah.
forgot.
We're still friends.
Sorry.
All good.
Fine.
Might be.
It's not your fault because I didn't ask for it either.
That's right.
But yes, I will ask for your final thoughts on the Kölsch from the Reissdorf.
I liked it.
So did
I
I.
liked it more than I expected to.
Mhm.
It had a lot more flavor than I expected it to. Honestly, it was pretty good.
I enjoyed it. You were right that it had a little bit of not extra sweetness, but a touch more sweetness than I was expecting.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But it was really good. I really like having a clear beer again.
Whatever.
Clear beer here.
Clear beer here.
Clear beer, yeah?
Yeah, it was refreshing. I liked it.
It was. Yeah, like Katie said earlier, I can drink those all day.
Yeah.
In Germany.
Doesn't have to be, but yes.
Not saying I've done that, but I've done that.
It doesn't have to be anymore because now we're importing it.
That's true.
Before,
That's
it
true.
did have to be. But yeah, no, it is really refreshing. It was surprisingly a little bit more sweet than I was expecting, but it's not like candy or
No.
it's hard. It's hard when we drink the amount of fucking candy garbage on this show that we do. It's hard to explain when a beer is sweeter
Yes.
than you expect. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's just a little bit sweet, and it's got a little bit of that biscuitiness to it. But yeah, it's just finishes nice and clean. It's a good drinking beer. Good for Germany. I hope you're proud of yourself.
I'm proud of you.
I'm proud of them too.
Keep up the good work.
Yeah. You're on the right track, Germany, with this whole beer thing.
Yeah.
And the whole highways without speed limits thing.
Yes.
And the whole solar energy thing.
This whole 4-ingredient silliness that you're getting into.
The whole clean water thing.
Deutschland.
Respect.
God,
Respect.
they're so much smarter than us.
Let's not look. They were fucking about not too long ago. Let's
true.
not give them
That's true.
too much praise.
Listen,
You're gonna come across bad.
they saw Nazis as a problem and made it illegal.
They did make it illegal.
They're doing stuff better than us,
I
Steve.
understand.
That's all I'm saying.
But at the same time, you're still in America, Katie, and we're still at a table with 4 white people. You can't just be going off saying how great Germany is.
And on that note,
Just saying.
on that
Just saying.
note,
Gosh.
I think it's time to end the segment.
Fine.
We'll be back.
We'll be right back with a new beer.
Hurrah.
I don't know what it's going to
Messages
be.
from Dennis.
Yeah.
No, a message by Adam for Dennis.
That's right.
I thought I said messages for Dennis. I don't know.
Let me
Whatever.
know. It's not
Listen
to
to the
him.
thing that plays
I
after
heard
this.
from.
And then
I
come
heard
back.
from Dennis.
Whatever.
You'll hear me next.
There you go.
First Sip Brew Box is a one-of-a-kind subscription service for craft beer lovers based right here in Pittsburgh. Every month, First Sip will send you a box full of craft beer enthusiast essentials, including t-shirts, glassware, and even food. Right now, our friends at First Sip Brew Box have an offer for you. Just sign up for a 3-month subscription and get your 4th month free. Just enter the code HOPUSA when you sign up at firstsipbrewbox.com. That's HOPUSA at checkout to get your 4th month free at firstsipbrewbox.com. Welcome back, everybody. This is still the Hop Nation USA podcast. We are here and we are talking beer styles. We're coaching it up, and it's awesome. I'm here. Steve's here. Casey's here. What?
I said hurrah.
Oh, okay. I thought you said.
Oh, I said, oh.
Yeah.
I thought you were like insinuating that you're not here.
Yeah.
No, I
I was
said
like,
hurrah.
I see you.
I said hurrah.
Yes.
I can touch you.
Don't touch me.
Not touching
Do it,
you.
Kelsey.
I'm not
Do
touching
it.
you. I'm
Do
not
it.
touching you. Is your shirt soft though? For real?
Yeah,
That looks like
for
a very
real.
soft
It
shirt.
really
It
does.
really soft. I'm not gonna touch you.
I
but-
Kind of.
Oh, it
It
is
looks
kind of
soft.
soft. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
It's kind of.
See the
Kelsey
softer
touched
side
you.
of Steve.
Don't touch me.
All right. Well, now he's going to listen to some cattle decamp on the way home.
That's right.
Yeah.
You're gonna make me listen to Behemoth trying to see the softer side of me.
Yes.
What are we drinking?
So we are drinking a new offering from the newest brewery here in Pittsburgh, Two Frays.
Oh.
One of
Ow.
the newest.
Well,
They're opening at an alarming rate.
They really,
they really are.
really are.
As of this recording, they are the newest that I know of.
Well, I just don't know where they fall because we already talked about Full Pint is back,
That's not new.
but it's back.
Full Pint 2.0.
It's Full Pint 2.0 and clearly cloudy, and they're in a new building, so that's new. But then there's also Necromancer. That's new.
Ah,
that is new.
touche on the Necromancer.
I'll give
Yes.
you that. I'm not giving you full pint.
What is
Yeah.
fun?
So we'll call it a tie between Necromancer and Two Frays
Okay.
because I have a hunch they both make good beers.
Yeah. And they both were selling
Yeah.
over the weekend. So
They're dealing.
yeah.
They're
Yeah,
wheeling.
they're
They're dealing. And the one that we got here from Two Frays
Is
is
it Kölsch?
it is
Is it Kölsch
actually
style?
no. It is a Kölsch style. Thank you, Kelsey. This is their Together
Corrections.
Better. Together Better.
Together better.
Yes. Not better together like I've been saying all weekend. That's since I picked this up last Friday. But it is the Together Better. This is a Kölsch-style ale with 4.5% ABV. No idea on the IBUs. I'm saying it's low because it's a Kölsch.
Want to say fitting?
Sure. I will
Right.
say less than 20.
Yes.
I believe is a safe range to play in.
Okay, Duke.
So let's get this thing saddled up. Let's get it out on the range. Let's try it out.
Okay.
Okay.
So we have this Two Frays Kölsch, the Together Better.
Yeah.
I will say it's a bit darker than what we had from across the pond.
It's a little cloudier too.
It is a touch
It's
cloudier
not
as well.
cloudy. It's just cloudier.
Right. It is
Yeah.
still comparatively very, very clear. I can still see my finger very clearly on the other side of the glass.
Yes.
Yes.
So it definitely hits the clear style, but it's not quite as clear as what we were getting from Germany. Still a good looking beer.
It has a same sweetness, but it's not as strong.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And there's almost something a little bit bitter on the nose.
Yeah, it's not quite as sweet, but there is a little bit of sweet,
Yeah.
Yes.
which again, comparatively different from when you smell just a rank ass stout that's full of marshmallow and whatever.
Just desserts.
Yeah, that's a very different sweet.
Yeah. This is not a dessert sweet. This is a natural sweet.
Yes.
There's something on the back there. It's sweet going down, but what the hell is on my tongue?
My tongue feels weird.
There's, I know what you're saying.
What is
Yeah.
that?
There is a residue. It could be a hop residue that you're not
Possibly.
expecting.
Yeah.
And I don't know what hops they've used in this.
If I had to guess, I'm going to guess it's some sort of noble hop.
Mm-hmm.
So it could be a Hallertau.
That was my guess as well.
Um,
Come on, say it.
No.
Don't fucking say
that's not a noble hop.
I don't care.
it.
I don't know what kind of hop
It's
that
your
is.
fucking favorite. You say it.
It's Fuggle. Everybody knows it's Fuggle.
I don't think it's Fuggle. I don't. Is that even a noble hop?
Don't know that it is.
What is the etymology of the Fuggle hop.
Listen, we're getting into deep dive information. I don't know.
I'm giving you homework for like the next episode or two. Figure out where the hell Fuggles come from, because in my mind, it sounds like a British hop. It really does. It's like, oh, they're touching a Fuggle in it.
Suddenly we've gone on a Muppet adventure.
Yeah. You figured it out.
What makes a Fuggle?
Yeah. Oh, what makes a Fuggle? Down in Fuggle Rock. Boop, boop. That's what goes through my head anytime I hear the word Fuggle.
There was this kid wearing a harness and a hard hat the other day at work, and I started dying and laughing. And like,
Did you
all
call
my
him a dozer?
coworkers are like, "What is so funny?" And I was like, "Look at this kid; he looks like a dozer."
Yes.
And like, of the 10 of us, 5 were laughing. And the age gap was just glaringly obvious. I was like, "Oh, what do I look like? Nothing. Shut up. You're 20."
You called him a dozer, and then he took it very offensive. He didn't understand what you were saying.
I showed him a picture of a dozer. It did not
good.
go over any better.
Good, as long as you let him know. This is you. You see this? This is you.
But all in all, I like the beer that they got going here, the Kölsch-Style ale.
Yeah.
I like what Two Frays is doing here.
Yeah. I'm pretty convinced that that's a little bit of a hop residue on the back end that you get. I'm thinking I'm thinking it might be some European hop.
It dissipates after a minute or so, but
Yeah, it is not intrusive.
I wasn't
Yeah.
expecting it to go from so sweet up front to that.
Mhm.
Not so sweet, but sweet in general. Just like, eh?
Yeah. But it's not citrusy, and it's not
No, it's definitely not.
and it's not
citrusy.
piney, so it's not like a Chinook or a Simcoe hop.
If it was piney, I'd be mad. I
Same.
mean, I like piney hops, but like not here.
Right. I get you.
Know your place.
I get you. So I don't know. Well, maybe we ask Two Frays at one point.
Perhaps we will.
What did you do?
Tell us more.
Learn me.
Yeah. But yeah, good beer.
Yes, and especially for something that's right out of the gate.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, this is
Yeah.
literally day one beer.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Two Frays, they do have pedigree behind them. They're the people behind Two Frays have been brewing for a minute.
They have, but you're looking at, it's a new system,
Right.
new situation, new building, and all that stuff. All of that stuff,
New water profile.
yes,
Yeah.
everything, from 30,000 foot view. Yes, it's all the same. In reality, it's not.
All right. Let's find a way into this.
Yeah, there's no easy way to ease into this
No.
conversation, is there?
Yeah. All right.
Men made this mess, so why don't you guys go ahead?
Yeah, let's.
You're not wrong.
So, over the past couple weeks, we have not talked about it, but we weren't avoiding it. It just happened at inopportune times. But the outpouring and flooding of accusations of sexism within the craft beer industry.
I'm just going to go ahead and say it counts. Accusations give the implication that they're not true, and I'm betting they are.
You can say that, but I think we can't say that.
From a legality standpoint.
Yeah. I think we still have to say accusations. So us as entities who are not part of an LLC and just people that could get sued.
Yes.
Okay.
Allegedly.
Yes.
Bye. Allegedly.
Allegedly. We're not disagreeing with your statement.
Allegedly.
There are a lot of accusations of things that allegedly happened within the craft beer industry, but the evidence, the amount is just overwhelming in some cases. And the fact that there has been action taken since, obvious that there are some problems within a lot of breweries. To just step back for the context of how everything went down, in May 11th, Brianne Allen, who is the production manager at Notch Brewing, she began offering her Instagram as a way for people to bring to light different allegations and different stories of sexism within the beer industry. And she wound up just getting thousands upon thousands of stories. Like, it's gone all the way from starting, if we start at May 11th, it still goes on today as of recording, which is June 1st.
Yes. Yeah. And it's been absolutely flooded.
Yeah.
And it is, oh boy.
It's a lot, and it's embarrassing, and it's upsetting, and it's a lot of things.
It's a lot of rage.
Disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
It went so far that there's even an account now that is dedicated to this, run by a group of anonymous women on Instagram, but it's to help take off the weight off of Brienne's shoulders. just because we've seen other social media people, like it's a lot for
Yes.
them to take and collate all of this.
No one person should have to bear that burden.
Right. But if you have stories that you want to continue to post, check out the Instagram at Emboldened Act Advance. That's more of a group effort, and it's meant to help kind of take the stories off brand shoulders, as well as they have theirs collated into like by state and by region.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
The fact you got to collate it like that.
Yeah. As of recording, I did not see a PA section.
Mm-hmm.
Although there is a lot of problems within PA that
Yes.
were highlighted in the original outpouring. So yeah.
I will say that through our research that we've gone through, we have not seen anything from a Pittsburgh-based brewery.
No. However, I would not be surprised just because of the prevalence, and B, there is a whole other layer to the beer industry that doesn't get as much front-facing coverage.
Mhm.
I'm not gonna burn anybody, but in one of the female-only Facebook beer groups,
Mhm.
friends of the show have definitely been laid out
Okay.
Mm.
for their own actions.
Okay.
Yeah. I like I said, and we're not part of that because we're not female, so
Yeah.
we don't have access to those groups. But like I said, I wouldn't be
They're
surprised.
really nice because there's no dirty glass mafia.
Oh,
I
that's
bet
Totes
true.
recommend.
I have another group, and it's just all memes and sandwiches and fat cats.
Mhm.
But I can't name it either. So
I just avoid
Yeah.
social media as an entity.
There's that.
In
Yeah.
general.
you can do those things as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, nothing. We hadn't seen it, and maybe it's buried within the thousands. But as Katie Art just said, there is obviously the prevalence
Yeah.
throughout the industry, and it doesn't not affect Pittsburgh.
Mhm.
And the other layer that I was getting to is that there's also the layer of distributors.
They're
Yeah.
just as bad, if not worse.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just as bad, if not worse,
I think
because
they feel unaccountable because they don't work for the company directly. So it's
Mhm.
like,
yeah, they don't work for the company directly, and they don't have the same front-facing, the presence that
Yeah.
the breweries do.
Right.
So yeah, and then of course there's all the things outer lying. I mean, we even saw the one distributor that's in the Cranberry area
Oh,
that had some unkind signage. That
oh,
yeah. Mhm.
so no tact at all.
yeah.
That made me so mad.
So yeah,
That is the one thing. There's a lot in these accounts. It's not exclusively targeting women. There's a lot against people of color and in the LGBTQ plus community
Yep.
also. So
yeah, which and that was part of what was coming. Like we saw that last summer when the Black is Beautiful beer became an initiative.
Mhm.
We saw a lot of breweries take like shitty stances
Yeah.
with coming out against Black Lives Matter and the Black is Beautiful beer, and we saw a lot of shitty takes from that. And again, this just it just rolls on into this year where we're seeing everything come out. And yeah, it's bad and it's embarrassing, but it has to be done because otherwise it doesn't get done.
Right. If it's not brought to light, then it'll just continue to fester.
yeah.
So we specifically had Katie and Kelsey. Damn words.
Casey, Katie, and Kelsey, all three of them.
All three of them.
All through 'em.
We had all three of them on this show because it would feel stupid to have just Adam and I talking about that. But I'm just going to give the two of you your opportunity to say whatever you feel like, if you have any stories or.
I don't feel like it's stupid for you guys to talk about it. I mean,
Yeah, I don't
honestly,
think so either.
normalizing the conversation among men is a good thing.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, absolutely.
I think that's a good jumping
Do
off
you know
point.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Just because, like the whole stigma that goes behind locker room talk, and if you have that one person that's willing to say, like, "Hey, man, that's not cool," like, it shuts it down.
Yeah.
It really does. Nobody wants to be ostracized. So if you have a guy who's willing to shut it down, because I mean, that's the one thing that we're learning here, if nothing else, is that if a female says something about it, then it's ignore her. What the hell does she know?
She's emotional. She's,
exactly
hysterical. She doesn't, it's not credible if she's saying it.
It's the time of the month.
Yeah.
Oh, you're still alive. No, it's not. But yeah, it's just, we should normalize the conversation amongst everybody, not just women and men, not just women, but like men should just be able to have this conversation themselves, especially because like, I mean, I sat here and read some of these things before the show, and like, obviously the viewers don't know, or the listeners don't know, but like your faces were visibly repulsed. Like,
yeah,
you guys don't support this.
No.
You know what I mean? This is not who you are. So I think it also promotes allyship. Women should know like that there are good guys out there who are not okay with this, who, don't support this, are repulsed by it, and would not defend somebody making these kinds of remarks.
Yeah, and they're not going to stand up for it. If you're hearing it or seeing it, you're going to be able to say something.
So, see something, say something would be your advice back to us.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah. Just something like you mentioned, Katie, of like if a woman says something in a space, she usually gets ostracized and put out. I think, and maybe it's just because of the way Adam and I were raised in the groups we were raised in. If you said something as a male, you usually were just called gay and told to shut up.
That's half the shit
So-
that's on here.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
Half
yeah.
the shit on there.
So yeah, I mean,
No, I understand what
Yeah.
you're saying. Like, oh my God, you have emotions? What a
Right.
sissy.
Yeah.
Loser.
so I think
Yeah.
and the biggest problem we're seeing with a lot of these reports is it's like the owners and the CEOs and top brass in these companies that are perpetrating these
Yes.
things. So it's harder for people to speak up
Yes.
in those instances. But yeah, if you are somebody who's in charge and you have a place of power, then you absolutely have to shut that shit down.
Yeah. Instead of abusing it and just
Yeah.
brushing it off and, exclusifying the top ranks of your organization where it's like we're untouchable, or like if you came to us with a problem, instead of having a proper HR department, you are HR in some of these instances. So if, this is being brought against one of your boys in that top tier level with you, it's so hard because it's just gonna get swept under the rug, or it's not gonna get dealt with in the proper way. It's not gonna be addressed properly. And I think what was interesting and important to see is that, once, breweries started opening up again, it's right back to the sexism, the comments, the harassment.
Yeah.
It was like day 1, day 2 back in the brewery, having to defend your place in this industry,
Yeah.
which you should never have to do. But, women have to every single day, no matter what industry they're in.
Yeah.
Sometimes. So, and just, the space that was created online for all these women to finally be able to step forward and tell their story in an anonymous setting. I think that was really empowering to see, like, that they were finally able to talk about it. Because I read so many on the Instagram page. It was like, I haven't been able to tell anyone this. I haven't told my story. No one knew this until now, until you gave me a platform to say something.
Yeah.
Which just like broke my heart. Like reading.
I couldn't read most of them.
I mean, I went down like a deep rabbit hole reading it because I didn't realize what was happening until I saw a post from a brewery that was affected on Instagram. And I was like, what is going on? And then it's like, okay, let me backtrack to the start. And I went back to the start and it was like, oh my gosh, I just sat on my couch and I was just getting so angry and so sad and so upset to read all these stories. And it's like, how can I be a better ally now to like, a fellow female, or, how can I help out?
Yeah. The biggest thing I think other women need to do is just check their internalized misogyny and microaggressions, really. Yeah. Just because, because you see it among women also. There was one comment actually that called out the creator of this whole, initiated this. And said that she once ridiculed another employee for wearing a sundress and having a ribbon in her hair.
Right.
And it's like, well, what you're wearing doesn't determine your knowledge of beer.
Right.
Like, it's insane.
Yeah. And women, sometimes we go after other women and it's so petty. And it's just like, oh.
But that's the system. I have to tear you down so that everybody else gives me the credibility that I've been trying to earn on my own. It's shitty. The whole thing is just shitty. Being a woman is fucking exhausting.
Yeah.
It really is. Because I deal with this all the time at work because I'm a mechanic. So it's like I am female in a male-dominated industry and I get people that talk down to me. And it's just like, okay, well, you can keep going, but I know more than you. And it's just so, it's infuriating. I mean, it happens. It's not just inside the industry either. Like I remember very clearly sitting at a restaurant, minding my own business on a layover in Chicago, and I'm looking at the beer menu, and this guy like just completely unprompted leaves his seat, walks over, and sits down next to me, and he was like, "Did you need help?" I was like, "No, I'm good." And he was like, "All right, so a stout's kind of like," and I'm like, "I just said I don't need help. Like, what are you even doing?
How tone deaf can you be?
But that happens all the fucking time. Like people, and like I will usually give somebody the benefit of the doubt. Like if I'm staring at a list of local brews and I don't know what they are and I'm just looking at names, not descriptors, okay, fine. Maybe I'll listen to you. But like if you're just going to sit there and just like, I told you I don't need help. I told you I know what I'm doing. And the first thing out of your mouth is just completely disregarding that. And you decided that you've known more than me just based on looking at me. Like, get the fuck out. Just no.
Yeah, that's happened not in the beer realm, but like with, bourbons and whiskeys. Like,
yeah. I don't know anything about whiskey.
You asked to see that menu and someone's like next to you. It's like, oh, do you need a recommendation? Like, and tries to give you something.
Unless you're waitstaff, no.
Yeah. Unless
Are you currently being paid to be here?
It's like, no, I don't need your help. I know what I'm going to order. And then you spout off your order and then they're like, oh, okay. And then it's like my order and how I say it shouldn't have to dictate how much I know about something.
Oh yeah, for sure. And it kills me. I've had that happen where I'm just like, well, I'm looking at scotch and all right, so you want to try this one? You want to try this bourbon? I'm like, I don't really like bourbon. Well, they're all the same. Okay, now you don't count.
Now
Go away.
Because they're not.
The fuck out of my face.
Your opinion is not wanted.
No. Have you guys ever watched anything happen?
Yeah. Have you guys seen anything or?
Honestly, nothing terribly comes to mind.
No.
Would you have noticed if it did? Prior to this, do you think you would have been on high enough alert to be like, that's kind of fucked up?
You know what? I'll honestly say probably not, because it's not something, and I'm generally not a nebby person.
Yeah.
Unless I've had a couple.
In your own environment.
Right.
Unless I've had a couple and I'm at a bar by myself, then I'll start paying attention to other people's conversations.
Well, yeah, then they just get funny.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, if I did hear something, I probably would have dismissed it as just a one-off. Just that guy just sucks, and it's something you don't necessarily realize until you start hearing all the stories coming out.
Was the exception, not the rule.
Exactly, and you start seeing this mountain of stories being put together, and you start to realize that one-off is a one-off that has happened every day throughout this country. Mm-hmm. And it's not something that, it's just a one jag off, off his rocker. That no, this is something that is prevalent throughout the industry.
And I used to really hope that it was a generational thing, that this was going to go away, that this was a boomer mentality that we were eventually going to outgrow, just like whatever the minority might be, people of color or LGBT or women, whatever it was, like just that whole, it's a white man dominated world. And I really thought as we were getting older and we were getting, younger millennials and Gen Z and stuff into the world that would start to go. But the problem is that they learn from their predecessors and they're learning to impress that guy. And, if I make fun of her, it's going to impress him. Like, and that's what's becoming normalized. So we're not outgrowing it. We're just teaching it. So we need to, more than anything, normalize this conversation. Mm-hmm. And, guys risk being called gay or the F word or, a pussy or a sissy
soft
or risk it. It's worth it, honestly. And also, if there's a cute girl watching you do it, it's going to work. No, I'm kidding.
Gotta be props.
Don't do it for that reason. I'm totally kidding. But seriously, just normalize the conversation. That's the biggest thing that you can do. Just like anything, any civil rights issue, normalize the conversation. That is step one. Make it okay to have this conversation. Don't shy away from it, especially because, chances are there are more good guys out there than bad. There are more guys who want to be allies, who have mothers, sisters, daughters, whatever that they care about, who would be shattered if this happened to them. So say something. If you see it, make it known that that's not acceptable, because, okay, worst case scenario, right? You see a brewer harassing a female bartender and you say something about it. Maybe you get kicked out of that bar, but do you really want to give that guy your money anymore?
Mm-hmm.
So
Right. Exactly.
Are you losing anything?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and I think one of the things that's always hard for, if you're just an onlooker and you see something happening, especially if it's in a restaurant or brewery or bar setting.
yeah,
If you see management and, the wait staff and you see something that seems kind of off, but you may not know what their relationship is.
Mhm.
Well,
I'm going to tell you right now that any female that I've ever met is not upset by the approach. If you saw somebody just looking real friendly at Kelsey and you walked up to her and like, hey, that guy was getting a little handsy with you. If she's uncomfortable, she's going to tell you.
mhm.
And if she is not, and she's like, oh yeah, we've been friends for 20 years, she's going to tell you. But I've never met a female who is upset at the concept of a guy stepping up and looking out for them.
Okay.
Never. Have you?
Mm-mm.
No.
Okay. Yeah, it's something that's not really, I don't know. Unless it's a very obvious crime,
Right.
most of the time I
Yeah.
don't think people are willing to step in because they're just not sure of what the reaction would be.
Yeah, and honestly, the level of assault and harassment is subjective to a degree. You know what I mean? If we're on Mean Girls and I call Kelsey a bitch, she's probably not going to be offended by it. You know what I mean? There's women that communicate with each other that way. I don't get it, but whatever. But they exist. They're not offended by it.
Hey, bitch.
Yeah, that mentality. That's not me, but whatever. But boo, you whore. Well, no, but okay. Sure, fine, fuck it, whatever. So one person might not take that offensively, and you can just ask, and you can do it, unassumingly, and you can do it without judgment. Hey, are you okay with her calling you a whore? No. Hey, okay, let's not do that. Oh, you are? Oh, okay, whatever. Your thing. Do you? Fine. But at the same time, I personally, my personal space, I don't like people to touch me. I don't it makes me uncomfortable. And I have met a lot of people who like to do that thing where they come at you from the side and they put one arm or hand on your shoulder when they're talking to you. That makes me just don't touch me. But there are other people who are perfectly okay with that because it's not an inherently sexual thing to touch somebody's shoulder, especially if it's in conversation or whatever. And I don't like it. I'm not okay with it. To me, does that make me uncomfortable? Yes. Is it going to make somebody else uncomfortable? Maybe not. I don't know. So it is obviously subjective. So I can see how from a distance, it's going to be hard to know that. But I do know that my friends know I don't like that. And if I'm not comfortable saying something, which I'm me, so that's rare, but I've had friends who are just literally somebody's gone and put their hand on my shoulder and my friend's like, hey, she doesn't like being touched. And they'll say it. They'll just lay it out there. Oh, sorry. But then I always went in the back of my head, if I had said it, I wonder what would have happened.
Mhm.
So I don't know.
If you would have had said, if you
Yeah.
were the one to say it,
Yeah.
would they
Whereas-
still have tried?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Would they have been upset that they were told no by you rather than a third party?
I've met men who were upset when they were told no by me, and it was at work. It was a work situation, and they went and tried to tell my supervisor that I was being insubordinate to somebody who outranked me. And thankfully, my supervisor was a really cool dude and just told me to stay the fuck away from that guy. But, I'm sure it happens where that's not the case. And so, if you're standing next to somebody in that situation and you see something that looks a little bit off, be the witness. Be the advocate, be the voice, say something, and then have the conversation about it. Tell your friends, hey, not fucking okay.
Okay. Well, I think part of what's going on is that there's already been action taken, and you can see that a lot of breweries' power structures have definitely changed. Here in Pittsburgh, though, we do have something going on that is right in line with what Katie was saying about starting the conversation. It is it's kind of a joint effort between Meg Seastead, the Pink Boot Society, and East End Brewing. And they started a series called This Is For Us and This Is For Them. It is for industry professionals only, but it is open to anybody who is in the brewing industry. They had an event on May 24th already that was called This Is For Us, which allowed all the female and feminine identifying members of the brewing community to come together and just speak, share, tell their stories, and begin to find ways to make safer spaces, and I guess bolster allyship as well. Just anything they can to find ways to move forward better. The other half of that is This Is For Them, which is being held June 7th, and this is for all the male and masculine presenting members of the brewing community. So again, if you're part of that brewing industry, whether it's front of house or back of house, feel free to go to that and just kind of be able to learn and think about how to move forward.
Yeah, if nothing else, you'll end up learning, how to start the conversation.
And that's probably the hardest part.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and this is also just interestingly enough, it kind of just comes in line. We talked on episode 189, I believe, with the Pittsburgh Diversity Council. And they had already started this initiative to, bring about these safer spaces. And part of that was they started the She Knows Beer initiative, which was a collaboration between Necromancer, Trace, and the Pittsburgh Diversity Council. And that beer went on sale on Tuesday this week. So you can participate in that, and proceeds of that will go to Sisters PGH. It's an advocacy group that allows people who are transitioning or trans people to find safe spaces to stay if they're in need.
That's awesome.
That's great. Right in line with when Pride starts.
Yeah.
Happy Pride Month.
It is Pride Month.
Yeah.
So yes, that was our serious conversation that we decided to have.
In any of your readings, did you see anything about like what the Brewers Association's response to any of this has been? Or have they just been trying to
handle that in-house?
It's been a lot of like fire control. I didn't see anything substantive.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
I saw a lot of suggestions from outside groups of like establishing a morality code, especially for things that, a lot of things that go on that aren't necessarily illegal, but still. It's also, I saw a lot about this starts the conversation for starting an actual union.
Oh.
I like that.
Interesting.
Very interesting.
Because a lot of the failures were HR.
Yeah.
And the fact that breweries don't have HR.
Right.
Right.
So if you have a union rep, then you have somebody to go to.
It's interesting.
Yeah. So that was another part of the conversation I've seen happen, because of that.
So the one thing I will correct you on, Steve, this was not our serious conversation. This was our start of a serious conversation. We still have more we have to talk about outside of the show.
Sure.
Whenever we go to breweries, whenever we go to distributors and stuff like that.
Sure.
Like Katie said.
Yeah, don't let the fire die out on this one, guys.
Right. We have to continue this.
It's an uphill battle. Plus, here's the thing. There's a lot of female brewers out there. So if y'all want them to keep making you beer that you love, have their back. Plain and simple.
Yeah, there's a lot, especially in the Pittsburgh area.
Yeah.
I mean, we mentioned Necromancer, and that's Lauren Hughes. She's a hit brewer there, and Meg Seastead. She's brewing up in North Country, and then we have Intergroove has female members on their staff, and just all throughout, they're working front of house, back of house. People are trying to make their way into the brewing industry, and they don't need other people making it harder on them.
Right.
Seriously.
Cool.
Okay.
And now for a hard transition.
Yeah, there's no. I don't.
There's no easy
There's
way
no
to get back.
shining, smiling
No.
out of that one.
The Segway Master has no segue into the Two Frays Brewery.
Yes, so we are simply going to do a hard change here. Back to Two Frays with their Together Better.
It's pretty good.
Which
Yeah.
it is pretty good. And honestly, to have a beer called Together Better in this segment, I think is rather apropos.
Agreed.
Because together, when we had this conversation, and we are better because of it.
Yep.
So, Two Frays, I thought they made a good beer.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
For a Kölsch-Style.
Oh, here we go.
Style.
Or the style. Y'all kill me.
Yeah.
It's
Well done, Two Frays.
Yeah.
Well done.
I enjoyed the little hop bitterness on the back end. I liked it.
Mm-hmm.
But
I didn't dislike it. I just wasn't expecting it after the first one.
right.
So,
Yeah, that first
this
one
one
is
had
super
been-
clean.
but conversely, if we'd had this one first and then the other one, I probably would have felt it was too sweet.
Okay.
So,
All right.
Well, then let's move on to the third, and then we can decide how you feel about that one and see what
It's
if you're
terrible.
surprised.
it's awful.
You don't know
I
that.
don't even know what it is.
Exactly.
Don't listen to me. I don't know things.
Well, you can
You don't
find
drink
out.
and know things.
Oh,
I don't watch Game of Thrones.
Fair.
I don't watch Game of Thrones either.
I don't either.
Not into soap
Okay,
operas.
I'll just stay on my Game of Thrones island. Whatever, it's fine.
Sorry, you got ostracized.
I didn't watch
Kelsey
the
and
Survivor
Elements.
show either. I don't do islands.
Hey, it's cool. Okay.
All right.
Did you watch Lost?
No.
Aw.
Man, now you're out of the group. I love Lost.
You vote me off the island. It's fine. I don't give a shit.
All right. Well, everybody can come back together for segment 3, where we have a third beer, and we get to play a game that we have not done in a very long time.
Yeah, if you're feeling a little heavy, come back for the lighter side of the show.
Yes.
Yeah, segment 3.
Yes. And we will be right back.
Hey everyone, my name is Drew and I host a podcast called Dudes with Brews on a Porch where we let the drinks flow and the conversations go. Each and every week, me and a friend of mine, we sit down, we try a different craft brew, usually from the state of Wisconsin, and we just sit down and have a conversation. We talk about all aspects of life. Once a month, we talk about paranormal stuff, and we always have a good time. You can find our show, Dudes with Brews on a Porch, on iTunes, Google Play, and anywhere else you find your podcasts. Grab a cold one and hang out with us each and every week right here on the porch.
All right, we're back. Segment 3 is here. We're doing kölsches. We've done original stuff. We've done local stuff. And now it's time to kind of stretch our limits a little bit.
I'm just going to say weird stuff. And I
Weird
think it's
stuff.
supposed to be weird based on this can design.
Yes. So, Katie, what are we getting into with segment 3? What is the weird stuff we're getting in on?
Modist Brewing Company from Milwaukee. Nope, Minneapolis, Minnesota. There we go.
Ooh.
There's so many M's. I'm sorry. And the can is hard to read because it's stupid.
Can is hard to read.
Modist, Minneapolis, Minnesota, amongst the madness. So many M's. Oak aged Kölsch
Style.
It doesn't say that.
I know, but it should.
Okay, but it doesn't say that. It just
it has
says
to. It's not from Cologne.
you don't know.
Them's the rules.
You don't know.
Cologne.
Were you there?
Yeah, maybe it's Cologne, Minnesota.
Oh, Christ, there's more M's. Kölsch with bark Pilsner malt, hop with Sultana and Hauertau Mittelfrüh, and then aged in our oak butters.
And that's it. That's the list.
That's it. Fort Pitt, 4.5 ABV. I got nothing for IBUs.
I got
I
nothing either.
suspect there's not much.
Dope.
Because it's a
Hello, can you go?
Kölsch-Style.
Can
It's super trippy.
yeah, I don't
It
like
is.
it.
Cool.
Take this away from me. I don't like
Yes,
this.
let us empty the contents into our respective glasses and
Give
let
me
us
the Google eye.
and let us evaluate thusly. All right, we have
Kelsey's dying, but while she's doing that, we're going to talk
Okay.
about what
Let's
this looks
talk about
like.
this beer.
yes the
This
Modist
is as clear as the first one, I think.
amongst the madness and oak aged Kölsch.
Oak aged. It is clear.
I think this one's a lot lighter than the first two.
I agree.
Is it?
It is definitely lighter than the Two Frays.
Yeah, definitely lighter than Two Frays. And I think it's lighter. This one is like a real soft tinkle.
I was trying to avoid any P references.
Yes,
so
we've made it
describing
to
these
segment
beers.
3 before we got there.
It feels like someone's hydrated, but maybe not
Adam's
hydrated
is lighter
enough.
than mine.
And yours is a lot clearer than mine too.
Adam's is cloudy.
Well, I think I know why. I think because mine came from the bottom of the can.
Yeah, I'm thinking because of this was in the, they had the oak age in it. It's got the sediments, and we should have rolled this, but they didn't say to roll it.
Because it's a Kölsch.
Right? Who rolls a Kölsch?
Who rolls a Kölsch?
Who rolls a
Honestly. All right.
Let's try this.
Yes.
Looks like beer.
Smells like beer?
No.
No.
Tastes like beer.
Does it?
What the hell does this smell like?
I don't know.
Nope.
No?
No.
Barrel?
Maybe?
Age?
Age.
Smell like age.
Smells like
Musty.
age.
It's musty.
It
What is that?
honestly smells a little white wine to me.
Oh, I
Mm.
wouldn't know then. That I would no.
Really?
To me, it does. It's not. It's the only thing I can pick though.
I'm not getting white wine.
I'll be honest, I don't. I'm more of a
Not
red
getting
wine
anything.
myself.
Yeah, I am.
Kelsey, smell mine. Does mine smell like white wine?
Why do you
Smell my
assume
beer.
that I drink white, Steve. I'm
Smell my
definitely a red
beer.
bitch.
I just know you drink more wine than I do. I drink no wine
Put your pinky down.
unless it's blue.
No, embrace it. Embrace it.
Put your middle finger down.
Nope.
Be who you are.
You were supposed to be bougie the whole episode.
I get maybe some shard notes in there.
Shard notes.
Like some Chardonnay.
Just dust that shoulder.
Yeah, see, I don't know wine enough. I just know basic
Shard
white
notes.
and
At the
red.
Catalina wine mixer. Kelsey got shard notes.
The only wines I drink are blue.
That's called Boone's Farm.
I know.
Oh.
Still
Or-
a wine.
or Mad Dog if you're feeling fancy.
Also still a wine.
I haven't felt that fancy since I was 22, and I'll never feel that fancy again.
Who should be drinking this?
Does anybody think this has a lot of flavor?
No?
It has
Did
some
you expect
flavor.
more?
I
expected
expected a lot more.
Yes.
Okay.
It's a little disappointing in the flavor department for sure.
It's not bad.
No, it's not bad.
I don't feel like they called their shot, but like,
I'm getting like no barrel.
yeah, no barrel. Very little barrel.
No hook. No hook.
Let's wait and see what happens.
Yes. Let us.
Let it go.
breathe.
Then in the
Not
meantime,
wine, Kelsey.
just let it breathe. It is time to bring back an absolute classic of a game that we have not had on here in eons.
Yay, what do we get to lose tonight?
Yes.
Nothing.
Oh.
This is a game called Beer Fight.
Oh, yes.
I
Yes.
don't know if I remember.
Kelsey,
how to do
Katie,
this.
I don't know that you have actually played this game with us before.
I don't know.
Yeah, we're not sure who has and who hasn't.
I know that Steve has.
Yes,
And I
I've done
know-
it.
And I know that I have.
Yes.
That's
I
actually
think
that's
I've
very
played
surprising
this.
information that you two have played this game that you two invented on your show.
Who would have thought?
Definitely not me.
Shocking.
But the
Color
way
me surprised.
that we play Beer Fight is I will give you two beer names,
Mm-hmm.
and you have to tell me which one will actually win in a fight. This is not a fight amongst the beers themselves,
No, I've done this.
but it is about the names or what they represent.
I've done this.
Yeah.
Have you done it on the show or have you done it in the car with yourself listening to the show?
Mm.
Mm.
I think
How
I've
do
done-
you know where I listen to the podcast?
It's just where most people listen to podcasts.
My
I listen-
commute's like 10 minutes. It takes a while to get through an episode.
I listen at my desk.
There you go.
I don't listen at all.
You listened to the one that you weren't on?
I know,
Yeah.
because I wasn't on and I wanted to see what was going on.
Told you.
Oh, the one that I was late to?
Said he's not going to
That
listen.
one?
He's going to listen.
Okay, yeah.
I said, all the other ones, I know I was there.
You knew what happened.
Yeah, I
Um,
seen it.
I think I've played this in person with you guys, but I've also played it in my car, I think, or
Fair
at
enough.
my desk.
And there is no shame in that.
Thank you.
So, Kelsey, you get to go first.
Oh, goody.
And your options are The Truth by Flying Dog versus Little White Lie by Russian River Brewing Company.
Mm.
Oh,
We're getting a little abstract right out of the gate.
a little bit. I mean, a whittle.
A little white Y
Wow. A little white
versus the
lie.
tooth.
Mm-hmm. Versus
The tooth.
The Truth.
The truth. Well, a little white lie can become a larger lie, but that gets very difficult to uphold
Mm-hmm.
unless you're a master liar, which I don't recommend anyone cops to being. So,
Yeah.
because you will ultimately lose out to the truth in the end. It always comes out. No matter how much you try to hide something, no matter how good you think you are at concealing something, the truth always comes out and the truth always wins.
Yeah, it's a fact.
Bam.
And the truth will
Just
set you
saying.
free.
Bam.
I deserved a Z snap. Snap in a Z formation.
For you, I will.
Thank you.
I like it.
Welcome.
I like
Mucho
it.
appreciated.
So, Katie, are you ready for yours?
No.
Well, too bad.
All right.
Your combatants are Business in the Front by Crooked Hammock out of Lewes, Delaware versus Party in the Back by Dunlow Brewing of Davis, California.
So business in the front versus
Party in the back.
Party in the back.
Why?
Because it ruins the business in the front.
Are you saying that because of the party in the back, that no one will take you seriously, even if you got business in the front?
Correct.
I think that's a solid answer.
Yeah.
I think that's a solid answer.
Yeah.
Any rebuttals?
No, I yield my time.
Thank you to the senator from Pennsylvania.
Oh.
Hold on, let me do it again then. No, I yield my time.
Is our next senator of Pennsylvania taller than you?
No, we're about the same size. We're the Bash Brothers.
I wondered.
Yes. We need to have him on the show.
Oh my God, I'd die.
How awesome would that be?
I just want to hug him. I don't know if I want to hug him or his wife more. I love them so much.
Why not both?
How about both of them and a bag of Funyuns?
All the Funyuns.
All the Funyuns.
Sheets, motherfucker. Anyway, sorry. I digress. Steve's turn.
We're all fangirling right now. Please excuse us. And that's okay.
Also, vote for John Fetterman. Okay.
Steve, are you ready?
Uh-huh.
Your combatants are Bigfoot by Sierra Nevada
Uh-huh.
Apropos.
versus Gravedigger by Working Class Brewery of Cleveland, Ohio.
Shit.
Ew.
I mean, well, Bigfoot's been gone for years.
Bigfoot is actually still around.
It was gone for years, though.
Mhm.
Bigfoot was gone for years.
But it
Gravedigger's always been. Except for that time the Goldberg truck came along and had a
Are
run.
these monster trucks?
They are.
Yup.
See, I knew things.
I was to say, did you watch the Sasquatch doc on Hulu?
No, I don't have Hulu.
Do you want it?
Yeah, do you want
I
it?
thought that was spare
I mean,
account.
I'll ask about it. I'll ask about it later. Right now, I'm watching that Q Into the Storm doc.
Just for clarity, though,
Oh.
if anybody's listening, we don't
That's a
actually
lot.
share our login information.
Yeah,
So,
no.
Yeah.
We would never do such a thing.
Yeah.
Never.
We live together. Don't worry about it. It's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah, man, like Gravedigger's been a long run. It's been never stopping. Everybody loves Gravedigger. It's got the red headlights.
Yeah.
It just much like Hulk Hogan, Bigfoot does not have the same Americana appeal.
Oh.
Like
Oh.
in the 80s and 90s, you could talk about Bigfoot and Hulk Hogan, and everybody'd be like, yeah, woo!
Mm-hmm.
But now it's just not the same. Everybody's in the dark and being metal. Ooh,
So what you're saying is,
ooh, being metal.
if we were talking Roadhouse,
I
it'd be
pray
Bigfoot.
that's what you sound like at a
Huh?
show.
If we were talking Roadhouse, it'd be Bigfoot. We're in Roadhouse times.
Oh yeah. If it was Roadhouse, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. Swayze would be all driving. Yeah.
Well, Bigfoot was in Roadhouse.
Oh yeah, that's right. It was.
Yeah. You remember when he drove right through the dealership?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. That was Bigfoot. I
It
like
was.
that. Yeah.
It was big and blue and it was a Ford.
It's been a long time since I've seen him.
I watched it at AMC last week. It was
It's
great.
got Terry Funk in it too.
It's on AMC. That's where we're at in this world.
That's right.
It's got Terry Funk in it too in a bunkhouse match.
I don't even know what you just said.
I do, and I feel bad.
Okay.
So, Gravedigger, the pride of Dennis Anderson, its home in Kill Devil Hills,
Yeah.
North Carolina, is the champion.
Yeah.
I like it.
Gravedigger wins.
I like it. Gravedigger does, in fact, win.
Gravedigger rules.
And between the two, that's the only one I've actually seen in person.
Gravedigger fucking
Yes.
rules. I've seen Bigfoot in person.
I've
when I
never
was
seen
little.
Bigfoot in person.
Yeah.
I've
I
seen
want
Big
to.
Show in person, but that's different.
That's a big person.
He's fucking enormous.
Kelsey, are you ready for your next combatants?
Sure.
He was almost as big as Andre the Giant.
There it is.
There we go.
All right.
All right, Kelsey.
Two old wrestlers.
Your combatants are Rosie the Riveter by Brewery de Moulin of the Netherlands versus Kilroy by Little Miss Brewing of San Diego, California.
Yeah, Kelsey doesn't get that why those are matched together, I bet.
Oh,
I get it.
That was a me one.
that wasn't a good one.
Should have saved that one. I get it, but
Would you like an explanation?
For the second one.
Yes.
Yes.
Rosie the Riveter, everybody knows. She is a true American icon. Kilroy is one of the original memes and was used during World War II by American soldiers.
If I see it, I'll know it.
I'm getting there. I'm getting
All
there.
right. Go on. Keep explaining.
And it was a crude drawing of a bald man sticking his nose and his fingers over a wall. And it signified that American soldiers had been in that spot.
Yes. Now that I see what it is.
It actually started on the construction of naval ships. The first ones that they found were buried deep on naval ships and places where like you didn't find them until the ship got blown to pieces.
Oh,
so it was like during the construction of them.
Fascinating. Well, now that I know what that little image's name is, I'm still taking Rosie the Riveter.
Empowered females for the win.
Yeah. That's just a badass image that has transcended time.
It is. Yes, Rosie the Riveter is
That's what I
a
look
true
like at work when I wear coveralls.
American icon. I don't think we have any disagreements on that one.
Nope.
I would only add that Kilroy, I believe, just looks like the prototype for a Ziggy, and Ziggy sucks.
It reminds me of those things that you squeeze and their eyes pop out,
Bloop.
like the stress ball thing.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah.
Also,
He's also just like a little creeper, like creeping up over, like.
I don't think he's creepy. Could be a creeper, but I don't think he's creepy.
No, creeper, not
Yeah.
creepy.
Also, I think back in the 80s,
Creeper,
remember
not
the
creepy.
trucks had those bug flectors?
Mm-hmm.
Those
Yeah.
translucent bug flectors? I think Kilroy
Yeah.
was on those as
Those
well.
were on a lot.
Mhm.
Yeah. Way before Calvin peed on things.
Yeah,
Oh my
that was the
God.
predecessor.
Oh my gosh.
Calvin peeing on things is exhausting.
And this has been Nostalgia with Hop Nation USA, featuring
This
car
has been-
accessories.
This has been things that you find on mirrors at the carnival when you throw
Yeah.
the balloon darts.
Some heavy 90s references in this episode.
Heavy, but I'm here for it.
All right, what do I got?
Okay. Your combatants are Fresh Prince by Birmingham District Brewing Company of Birmingham, Alabama versus Urkel of the St. Elmo Brewing Company out of Austin, Texas.
I need clarification.
It is
think
spelled the same.
Urkel?
Yes, not Urkel.
Urkel.
No, Urkel.
Fresh Prince, hands down, done.
Explain your answer.
Oh. I just want your reasoning. I don't disagree. I'm just curious as to your reasoning.
Just pure charm.
All right.
There was something so endearingly nerdy about Urkel, though. But it is
So,
the
like,
Fresh Prince.
The caveat is that Urkel had the ability to destroy an entire fucking house completely on accident and then do
Did I do that?
and then do that. But Will messed everything up all the time
Yeah.
and then came back and redeemed himself without having to transform into another human being.
Also true.
So
I mean-
Counterpoint, he had DJ Jazzy Jeff with him.
no, he didn't. He always got thrown out.
He did.
Yeah.
It was great. And it was always the same shot every single time.
That reunion was so sweet.
There was a reunion?
Fresh Prince reunion.
Yeah.
When?
A couple months ago.
6 months ago.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It was really good.
Huh.
You
And
should
now
watch it.
you have something to do tomorrow.
Yay. Did anybody watch the Friends reunion?
Also very good.
Was it really?
It was.
I heard that it wasn't like an actual episode, that it was more of like a reflection on the series.
Fresh Prince is the same thing.
Oh, it was?
Yeah, it's just a reflection on the series and them just coming together and talking about things that they do or don't recall. And
Oh, okay.
yeah, it's funny that like there's entire episodes that some of them don't remember and the other
Really?
ones remember word for word. Yeah,
Bizarre.
but they all remember Pivot.
Pivot?
Hated that episode. Hated it.
Oh, Ross is so easy to hate.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Oh, and they all hated the monkey.
Really?
They all hated the monkey.
I
Monkeys
mean,
are shits.
That's probably why
yeah,
they hated the
monkeys
monkey.
are
They're
dicks.
wild.
Yeah,
Shouldn't-
they all hated Marcel.
That was the monkey's name, Marcel. That's right.
I'm gonna have to watch this. I was
You
on
should.
the fence about it.
You should. It's good.
All right then.
Monkeys bite.
And impressive that Jennifer Aniston's the only one that doesn't age.
She really doesn't.
She really doesn't.
That's where all our money goes. Staying youthful.
They all have money.
But that's where her money goes.
Mhm.
All right.
Everybody else spends money on things like houses.
I believe that
Jennifer
they,
Aniston lives in a box.
I believe they all earn like $20 million a year based on just syndication royalties.
Mm-hmm.
I believe
I
that.
made some left fucking turns in life, man.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Yeah.
All right, what you got for Steve?
Steve, and you are the final combatant pair.
It's Terry Funk.
No.
Damn it.
It is not. There is no Terry Funk. There is no Honky Tonk Man.
He's
There is no Manimal. None
He's
of
fighting
that.
Dusty Rhodes at the Palladium.
I don't know what's happening.
Loser leaves town match.
I don't understand.
You're better for it. Trust me.
Okay.
All right.
Is this all WWE?
F.
WWE.
Actually, WWF.
That's all territory
Yeah,
shit.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Your combatants are the Shadow Raptor
Uh-huh.
by Toppling Goliath of Decorah,
Okay.
Iowa,
Uh-huh.
versus the Fighting Falcon by Sun River Brewing of Sun River, Oregon.
Oh, see, I understand that like there's a raptor is a bird,
hmm
but if you're talking shadow raptor, I'm just thinking of like a ninja dinosaur.
I would assume so. Yeah.
These are airplanes.
That could be that too. I don't know.
That's up to you to decide.
I'm making the decision that it's a real aggressive falcon fighting a ninja raptor. That's a dinosaur.
Yeah, that's easy.
That's obvious.
Yeah.
Toppling Goliath wins. No toppling this Goliath.
Ooh.
But ting.
Wow.
'Cause it's a big ass dinosaur.
Is it a big ass dinosaur? Raptors are surprisingly small.
They
I
are.
thought what do they got?
They
up
still
to
stand at, like,
3 or
6
4
foot.
feet? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, let me.
Yes, that's dinosaur arms.
I guess it also
Thank you.
depends on which raptor too. Because
Well, here's the thing. If you're looking at the Velociraptor that was used in Jurassic Park, that was not a Velociraptor.
that was too big.
That
It
was
a
more of a Utah
raptor.
Raptor. Yes.
Yeah, it was a Utah raptor.
Mhm.
It was big as
What was on the movie?
yeah.
Yeah.
The Velociraptor, those is like 3-4 feet tall.
Right.
But that's still big enough to take down a bird.
Biggest chickens.
Yeah.
I used to want a Hyundai Veloster, and I was gonna get the license plate to say Raptor, so that I had a Veloster Raptor.
Yes.
That's my whole story. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
I love that so much.
Like getting an Explorer and getting a license plate that says Dora the.
Thank you for.
Mine was better.
Yeah.
It was. It was.
It only counts if the Explorer's pink.
This is true. And it has navigation. That way you can say, I'm the map, I'm the map, I'm the map. And then so far and so forth.
Right. And then
After
I steal your
Steve-
tires.
After Steve picks one, you're gonna have a lot of explaining to do.
All right, pick
Oh.
one. Shadow Raptor.
Okay.
You're going Shadow Raptor?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead.
Bird one.
What?
So there's a character on Dora the
No,
Explorer.
okay,
No.
No, let's
Called-
back up. How,
Why?
How do you know
this?
so much about Dora? The
You really want to know
Explorer?
why?
Yeah.
Comedians talking about it.
I'll accept that answer.
Yeah, I accept that.
Yeah. Believe it was Brian Regan.
That's a good answer.
Okay.
All right, fair. All right.
So
Because
there
I
you
know
go.
the Blue's Clues male song, and it's not because of comedian. From babysitting in high school.
Yep.
But yes, I believe it was a bit by Brian Regan.
That's fine.
Talking about how the music director had to come up with a song, but he totally forgot about it until 30 seconds before the meeting. So
Oh,
he
so it's
just,
a shit song.
it's not good.
Got it. Okay.
No.
I'm tracking.
And there you go. That's why I know that sort of thing,
There you go.
Okay.
because of other people's jokes.
Yeah.
Good reason.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And that's how you play Beer Fight.
You're fine.
Beer fight.
Beer Fight. I believe that we all won.
Hooray.
About fucking time.
Uh,
Jeez.
Everybody gets a third of a victory, but we're rounding up.
Yay.
Yay.
So everybody gets a whole victory.
okay.
If you round a third up to 1, you're doing it wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's incorrect.
I don't care. I'm running the game. It's my rule book. I say what goes.
Welcome to Beer Math.
Beer math with Adam on today's episode.
So, you just round the tip up to $1.
There you go. Everybody gets a victory. So
Yeah.
congratulations, everyone.
Yay.
Well
thank you.
done. Well done.
Hoorah.
So we've had a little bit of extra time for this amongst the magnets.
Magnets?
Magnets.
Mhm.
I mean, looking at this can, you can see why I said magnets.
Yeah.
Amongst the
See,
magnets.
it's really
That's
easy to mispronounce the words on that can.
It is.
The art is awful.
Hard to read, make your eyes
The
crazy.
art is debatable as art.
Yes, the Kölsch style.
What is art?
Shut I don't know. Warhol pissed on a canvas, flipped another canvas on top of it, hung on a wall, and made a lot of money off of it. I don't fucking know.
He also painted soup.
Green printed soup.
Yeah.
And cows and Elvis and Marilyn Monroe.
He was the original grandstand glass maker. Painted can soup.
And then he got a bridge for free.
Yeah.
I mean, he was
Dope.
super dead after that happened, or before that happened, rather.
Posthumous bridge.
Posthumous bridge.
Band name called it.
The-
So what did we think of this Modist brewing amongst the madness?
It was beer.
It
It's
was.
fine.
It was.
It was beer.
It was something.
Beer.
Beer? Yeah.
Beer.
For all the bells and whistles, I was not as impressed. I
Yeah.
felt let down.
It was a huge letdown. It does taste Kölschish.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
It has that Kölsch color.
Yeah, it gives Kölsch vibes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
But if you're gonna call your shot as oak aged,
I want some oak.
have
That
some
barrel.
aged.
Mm-hmm.
Have something.
Agreed.
Let me taste that tree.
All right.
All right, Steve. Why don't you put these bad boys on a podium?
Sure.
What's your bronze? What's silver? What's gold?
Sure, pretty easy. Bronze goes to the Modist amongst the madness because of what we just said. It tastes fine. It's not too impressive. You don't taste the barrel. You don't taste the oak age. Yeah, so it's not there. So it overpromises and underdelivers, and the can art makes your eyes crazy.
It's making me angry.
Or angry if you're Katie.
Whoever I am today. Or as my grandmother would call me, you know your name. Get over here.
Yeah.
We've just merged into like one
Right.
entity. It's fine.
Silver I'm going to give to the two Frays. Together better. It's a pretty good beer. I enjoyed the little hop resin on the back end, and yeah, it's nice, easy, drinkable. Could pull a lot down. Gold though goes to the Reissdorf Kölsch because it's an OG and it's really, really super clean and super drinkable. Like, yeah, every other beer is trying to be it. And now you know why.
Yep.
Yep.
It just is.
Mm-hmm.
I wholeheartedly agree. My stack up is the exact same. I'm just having trouble getting over how mad this can art's making me. But the give me the can.
I'm trying to not make you mad.
The Amongst the Madness Oak Aged Kölsch from Modist Brewing Company. Just like Steve said, they called their shot and missed.
Mm.
It does give Kölsch vibes, but that's it. I mean, if they had just said Kölsch, maybe I'd reconsider. I don't know. It doesn't do anything for me. The next I would say silver is Two Frays Brewery, Together Better. I think they kind of hit it. Honestly, it would be a toss-up to say which one I liked better. It's just that there's just a little bit of hop on the back of that just didn't quite do it for me. But like I said before, had I had that one first, I might have felt different. And then my gold is the Reissdorf Kölsch. And just honestly, just really pleasant, easy to drink. It could end up being kind of tricky because you could drink that like water and because I have, and then you're drunk and you don't know where you're going to dinner, or how you got here, or what's going on. You're lost in Germany trying to ride a bike. It's a true story.
Not necessarily successfully.
I got on the bike eventually. I hadn't ridden a bike in like 20 years, and the bike was adjusted for somebody much taller than me,
Oh.
and it would not adjust lower. And it was comical, to say the least. It was a rough stop, but I mean, I got where I was going.
You figured it out.
Yeah, I got where I was going.
Yeah.
So that's it.
Right
That's
on.
my goal.
Nice.
Kelsey?
I'm going to make it a 3 for 3 podium so far. My bronze is going to the Amongst the Madness. I'm not going to say anything new, so I'm just going to agree with what Katie and Steve have already said. The silver goes to Two Frays, Together Better. This has been a really great introduction to the brewery itself for me. Like, I liked this beer. I had it maybe not been up against the Reissdorf, I probably would have been in my gold.
Yeah.
But against the Reissdorf, it just didn't stack up to the OG. But this has been a really great introduction. I'm really excited to see what else they're brewing and putting out in the next couple months, years, as long as they're around. So
Yeah.
kudos to them.
The last kind of three, not last three, but with Two Frays and Necromancer, both are putting out a lot of old styles.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And so is Old Thunder. I know there's breweries that opened in between Old Thunder and Two Frays. I wanted to say last three, but I know there's got to be
Yeah.
more in. But yeah, we're seeing the re-emergence of a lot of older styles.
I'm
Which
so here for it.
I'm
Me
so
too.
here for. I'm looking forward to. I'm excited for. I'm excited to see how they're
Yeah.
going to take it, embrace it, make it their own.
Yeah.
So
I get weird looks when I'm like, oh, I just want beer flavored beer.
Mhm.
yeah,
And that's what I mean. I
That's-
just want beer flavored
that's-
beer.
yeah.
Old styles are just I'm over the fruity stuffs.
So I'm excited to see what else they put out. And then my gold goes to the Reissdorf Kölsch. It's the OG Kölsch. It's what a Kölsch should be.
Mhm.
It is a gold standard of a Kölsch, in my opinion. So nice job, Germany. Nice job, Cologne.
Nailed it.
I'm sure they really needed a podcast in Pittsburgh
To tell them that.
to tell them all that. But
Well,
yes.
you know what? That's
They-
what I'm telling them.
But look, we do have a lot of listeners in Germany.
Yeah.
So maybe they actually are glad to hear that we appreciate their beer over what we're
I'm sure they
drinking.
are.
So,
Mhm.
yeah. So, yeah.
Adam, what says you?
I says the same thing that everybody else has says. This
Clean sweep
is
tonight.
is a 100%
Wow, 4
clean
for 4.
sweep. We are in agreement. I don't need to get into it any further. Everybody else at this table has said everything very succinctly and correctly about these 3 beers. Yeah. So if you have any thoughts of what my opinions were, just go back and listen to what the other 3 said, because they already said it.
Hit the back 30 seconds button. Just listen to Kelsey again.
Right. Yes.
All right.
So clean sweep.
Nice. Nice.
Dope. All right, then. Well, if you want to find us on social media, all you have to do is search Hop Nation USA, and that'll get you Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. And if you want to listen to brand new episodes of the Hop Nation USA podcast every Friday, as you should, then search Hop Nation USA on your favorite podcatcher like Spotify, Apple, Google. What else are we on? Player FM, Podbean, other things.
Just look us up.
Anything that starts in pod and ends in cast, we're on those platforms as well. And if you're on any of them, leave us a 5-star review, because,
We are a 6-star show, but they only let us use 5.
and that's a bigger crime than making kölsches outside of Cologne. You're gonna get in trouble. It's gonna tell. Tell. But yes, thanks again to Katie and Kelsey, forming Casey once again, coming in as guests and helping us drink our beer.
It was tough, but
Yeah, it was
we made it through.
so
Yeah.
tough to drink some beer and hang out with everyone
It
tonight.
has been a pleasure.
Hang out with people without masks and
Mhm.
at a
Ugh,
table
You
in
crazy
person.
vaxxed kids.
Living that vax life.
That's right. We're all vaxxed, waxed, and, well, some of us are ready to smash. Some of us are ready for a nap.
So ready for a nap.
Some of us are just ready for spicy boy summer.
Yeah. So with that, thank you everybody for listening. Thank you everybody for coming on the show. We'll see you next week. We're going to do something else.
Bye-bye.
We'll be on location.
Intent.
Nudge, nudge. Wink, wink.
Take a listen in 1 week.
Halloween is forever.
Let me teach you about self-love.
Only pain.